adults and teens. Are you ready for your bonus song? I think you might be. It's actually a good one because it's really making sure that we have definitely learned our chords in C position, right? So the C major chord, the F chord, the G7 chord, it's perfect for working that, okay? Now, our song is For He's a Jolly Good Fellow, all right? So let me show it to you, all right? If you have it printed out from the group, go ahead and pull it out. Here it is. For he's a jolly good fellow. There it is. Wonderful. Now, for he's a jolly good fellow, like I said before, is in a C position, all right? So that is something that as our adults and teens class, we are very familiar with that position, okay? Another amazing thing about this is it's in 3/4 time, right? So we know that from our time signatures. We have 3 beats a measure, and that quarter note is going to have a nice steady beat, okay? Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right? We also have an exploration of tied notes, right? Do you remember what the tied notes did? Yeah? So tied notes are, remember, combining the value of notes that are written the same with a line that kind of looks like a slur. The difference being is that these notes are exactly the same in the same position on the staff, right? So if you're playing a 1 chord and there's another 1 chord in the next measure and it's connected with those lines, it's a tie, it's not a slur, right? If it was a slur, you would know that because the notes would change, okay? That's the difference, all right? Another thing that this song has that's super cool, we have a fermata sign. Do you remember the fermata? It's like music's version of a dramatic pause, right? Remember I had that eyebrow thing? It was like a surprise face. And you like suspend time for a little bit. Yeah, you're going to hold that note that the fermata's written on top of for longer than its value, right? Sort of to give it that dramatic moment. Yes, it's so fun. So that actually happens in the song, okay? The last interesting and cool thing about this song is that we have like this really cool da capo al fine. Do you remember that term that we had learned last semester? Yeah, so da capo al fine. Da capo is referring to the cap or the top, right? Remember when the conductor says, from the top? Well, there you go. That's the beginning, right? So da capo is referring to going back to the beginning, right? And then it says al fine. Al fine means play until you see the word fine, because that's the end. Fine. Finito. Right? You got it. Very good. Now, there's a lot of really interesting stuff happening for this last line with repeat signs, but I will explain that when we get to it, okay? Now let's learn our notes, okay? Are you ready? All right, let's get into C position. I'll switch to piano view. Lovely. So here we are. We have a nice dynamic sign at the beginning called forte, which is so loud and lovely. And our tempo says lively, so it's going to be pretty quick. But for learning purposes, we're going to play it nice and slowly, okay? You notice I already have my hands in C position. I've got my right hand thumb on that middle C, and I've fanned out my fingers. And I have my left hand thumb on that G below middle C, and I have fanned out those fingers, okay? You notice the very first chord in the left hand is a 1 chord. It's a C chord. And you have a pickup note with an incomplete measure in your right hand with the C by itself, okay? You'll notice that the count off is a little bit funny, but that's okay, all right? Now, I'm going to play the first 3 lines. Do your best to keep up with me. I will be saying my finger numbers of my right hand, okay? I'll do my best to like sneak in the chord names as well, but we'll see how it goes, okay? You ready? 1, 2, 3, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, fermata. Skip to 2, D and a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, how did that go? It's a little bit tricky, huh? There were some surprise movement in her right hand, wasn't there? Yeah, so when you get to like the third line, it starts on an F, which is your typical finger 4, but then it has you go up a third. That's different. Like, we've never done that before. Usually our pinky 5 is on a G, but they're having you skip your G and stretch up to an A, okay? Don't let that surprise you, okay? I'll switch to piano view and play that line right hand only, so you can see where those stretches are occurring, okay? All right. Okie doke, so I'm starting there at line 3, F. My finger 4 is typically on my F, right? There it is, right? There's my C position. I'm playing my F, but then my pinky is going to stretch to an A. You see that? All right, so I'm going to start there at the beginning of line 3. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. F, 2, 3, up to A2, and there's the fermata. Now keep your 5 on that A. 5, 4 on G, 4, 4, 3 on F. Now you're going to stretch your 2 down to D, D, and end on a C, 2, 3, 1, 2. Very good. All right. We're going to do that part again, okay? That line 3 is a tricky part for the right hand, so let's play it maybe 2 more times through, okay? How does that sound? Yes. Awesome. Okay. Switching again. Starting there with that finger 4 on F, okay? Line 3 of For He's a Jolly Good Fellow. I'm going to count off. You ready? 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. Good. All right. Let's do one more time, okay? Starting there with that finger 4 on your F. Right hand. Third line of For He's a Jolly Good Fellow. Are you ready? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. F, 2, 3, stretch up to A2 with the fermata. A, G, 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 F, stretch to D, then C, 2, 3, 1, 2. Very good. All right. Hey, we've made a lot of progress, okay? That was a tricky spot. The first time that we heard it, you're just like, oh my gosh, is she going to teach us this? And we broke it down by hand. We worked out those fingers. We noticed where those stretch spots were, okay? And we're able to work it out, okay? Now, in order for me to feel really good about that line, though, I want to make sure that I can do that with the left hand as well, okay? So let's give ourselves a chance to achieve that. Let's play the left hand along with the right hand of line 3 only of For He's a Jolly Good Fellow. Okay? Let's give it a try. All right. So C position. Here we are with thumb on C and thumb on G below middle C. We're beginning with the finger 4 on that F in the right hand. And our left hand is actually playing an F chord. C, F, A. Okay? I'm going to count off. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. F, 2, 3, stretch up to A2 with the fermata. A, C, G, Good, 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 good. Okay, so as you're practicing that part this week, make sure that you're fully aware of the chord changes in the left hand along with those stretchy spots in the right hand, okay? Now we gotta continue, right? There's like another line. But I told you there was something special about this line, okay? The final line of this song has sort of like a double repeat sign. Do you see that? The beginning has a repeat, and then the end of that line has also a repeat sign. You know, like in a pinball machine where like the pinball gets stuck between those two bouncer thingies and it just goes boing, 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 right? That's kind of what's happening here, okay? Think of your music notes as the pinball, right? You're playing that musical line and then it bounces you back to that other bouncer and you play the line again and then it bounces you back, right? So you're going to play that line twice, okay? That's cool, all right? Because if you know it really well, it's sort of like, well, why not? Of course I'll play it again. I can play it. And luckily, it's mainly the right hand playing that line. So it's kind of like we just have to learn the right hand and we're pretty good. The last final chord of that line is just a one chord, a C, E, G in our left hand, okay? So let's see if we can learn that one together, all right? Let's see if we can do that. All right. Is that working? Yes. Okay. There it is. Okie dokes. So C position. The final line of this song, remember with those bouncing pinball repeat signs, it actually has an E to begin, but look what it says in that circle. It says that you're going to have a finger 2 on E. I wonder why it's having you do that. Well, perhaps it's because we need to play our pinky with that A again, right? So let's see if we can do that. All right, start with that finger 2 on your E. I'm going to count off. 1, 2, 3, ready, go. E, G, 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 up to A, G, 2, 3, 1, rest. Repeat. E, G, 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 up to A, A, G, 2, 3, 1, rest. There it is. We played it twice. That's not bad. All right, good work on that, okay? So playing that line twice, then it says, dici al fine. We know what that means. Da capo al fine. So that means after you play that line 2 times, where do you go? Back to the beginning, right? Yes, so we gotta play the beginning again and play all the way until we see the word fine, okay? Let's see if we can play the bottom line again, and then we're gonna do the da capo as well as the repeat, okay? You can do this. All right, I'll switch to piano view. All right, so starting here, I've got that really strange finger 2 on my E. All right, I'm gonna count off. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, ready, go. E, G, 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 up to A, A, G, 2, 3, with the 1 chord. Repeat. E, G, 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 up to A, A, G, 2, 3, 1 chord. Back to the beginning. C, the adults and teens. Very good. You know I'm cheesy. That's okay though, right? It pays to have like a little bit of a kooky piano teacher, because that way it's more exciting and it's a little bit more fun, and you know, you want to join in some of the silliness too. And if, well, you're probably in the comfort of your own home, so why not get a little silly? It's fun, okay? Y'all did a great job learning for He's a Jolly Good Fellow. I'm proud of you guys. I'm super proud, okay? Now, if any of these parts gave you any trouble, just rewind the video a little bit to go to the part that's a little bit tricky for you, okay? You can drill those sections. You can build a cupcake on those sections, right? Just to work on those hard parts, all right? I also, remember, I really like using dice, right? Like being able to find, like, roll the dice and see how many times I want to play that hard section. You should do the same thing too. So pull out a dice and that'll help you, right? Very, very good. All right. Now, I did reminders at the beginning of the kids video, but now I'm going to do them at the end of the adults and teens video, okay? So the reminders, of course, share this video, right? Like, it's been fun. So let all your friends know that you're learning piano and tell them that they should do the same, right? These lessons are free. Like, why not, right? If you've got a dusty keyboard or piano sitting in the back of your closet, or like, you know, grandma left you a piano in her will and you're like, oh, what do I do with it? Why not learn it, right? Learn something cool on it. The second thing is go ahead and subscribe on YouTube, right? So like, I'm at 1,300 subscribers now. I would love to get more, right? The more the merrier. We have a lot of fun on the YouTube channel. I upload all of my videos, so if you need to rewatch something, you absolutely can. Or if this one was too hard for you, you can go all the way back to the beginning and start the videos for the adults and teens that are they're available for you to watch, okay? The next thing is, of course, join my private Facebook group, right? So if you haven't joined the group, you're missing out, right? I'm in there every single day. I drop like wisdom and like silliness, and I do polls. I ask you guys questions. You guys post videos. I give you feedback. It's a lot of fun, okay? It's a no judgment zone. It's a kind zone. We are a very, very lovely group of nearly 300 students learning piano in that private group. So I'd love to have you, okay? And the final thing, of course, I'm on Patreon, right? So you're probably like, well, what is this weird Patreon thing that she keeps talking about every lesson? Well, Patreon is literally the way that I keep this going, right? This is an easy way for creative people like myself, a little bit crazy, to earn a more consistent income, right? So I'm a donation-based studio, right? Yeah, like not a lot of piano teachers can say that. I run on donations. So if you feel like these lessons are fun, if you want to help support and bring them on a regular basis, sign up as a patron, right? So like I have different levels you can join, from $5 a month up to $50 a month. And it literally is helping me provide high quality piano instruction to anybody, right? Regardless of if they can pay for them or not, right? Some people can afford a higher tier, others cannot. Others can't pay me anything because it's just really hard for them. So if you decide to support me as a patron, know that you're helping those people who can't afford piano lessons be able to get those lessons from me. So I love each and every one of my patrons very much, and I actually have a very special thing going on for the next 2 weeks. If you join as a patron between $5 or $50 a month in the next 2 weeks, and anytime prior, because I have 32 patrons, then you're going to have your name thrown in a hat, and I'm going to draw 2 names for a private piano lesson. Woo! A private piano lesson with me, right? You get me all to yourself. Now that's fun, isn't it? Yeah, so like if there's been a song that you've been working on that's kind of tricky or hard, or you want to work on something unique and interesting, you get me for a full 30 minutes all to yourself, okay? So join as a patron though, because my patrons are the only ones that are going to be eligible to do that, okay? All right, I'm so happy. I'm so thrilled that I get to do this all the time. It's kind of funny because, like, yes, this is my job, right? But I'm having fun. So make me smile, make me happy. Let's keep these going, right? I'm just so glad that you guys are here every week, right? So the fall semester starts in 2 weeks, okay? I will see you guys all very soon, all right? Oh, I forgot. I end every lesson with what? A music quote. I can't believe I almost forgot. Okay, so today's music quote comes from the American poet and children's book writer, Joan Walsh England. And this is what she says. A bird does not sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, it's like, especially nowadays, like everybody has an answer for everything, right? They have opinions and all these things. But think about it. A bird is not singing because they have an answer to a problem or a question. They're singing because they have to sing. They have to get their story out, right? And their story is important. And it's like you, right? Your story is important. If music helps you express yourself and tell your story more effectively, well, then you need to keep doing it, don't you? Thanks again for joining me. I have so much fun here. Share this video with your friends. I'll see you guys soon, okay? 2 weeks. Have fun, guys. Bye.